Hey everybody, Ed here from RecPro. Today we're going to be swapping out the tires and wheels in this old trailer. Some of the tools we're going to be using are a floor jack. We also needed to use a piece of 4x4 just to get enough extension from the jack. Most people will have a 4-way lug wrench in their vehicle or trailer. Optional might be a ratchet with appropriate sockets or even an impact driver, which would make it really easy. If you do decide to use a ratchet or a 4-way wrench, you might want to get a breaker bar or a piece of pipe just to get some added leverage. Swapping out the wheels is a pretty easy task, but it can be made pretty difficult if the lugs just don't want to come off. This could be a quick 30-minute job or take half the day, just depending on how tough it is. Anyway, let's get to the video. Alright, so here we are, we're out here loosening the lug nuts on the old trailer. These were a little bit tough. Always make sure you break your lugs loose before you raise the trailer up. That's going to make it so much easier to do. So here we have the jack propping up the trailer, getting the wheels off the ground after we broke them loose. Be super careful if you need to use any sort of boards or wood in order to get the trailer up off the ground. Once you got it up in the air, try to get some jack stands in place. Alright, so now that we have our jack stands in place, we're going to break out the impact driver to get the lugs the rest of the way off. It's just going to be a little bit quicker to do. Sometimes you might have difficulty breaking the lug loose from the rotor or the drum. Just give it a nice kick and it should break loose. So now that we've got the old tire off, we can put the new tire on. First we've got to put the center cap through the new wheel and raise it up to the lugs. So once we have the tire in place, we're going to put a few lugs on there just to secure it in place, usually doing 2 across from each other. Once the wheel's secure and over all the studs, add the remaining center caps and we're going to tighten these in a star pattern. We're going to do most of the tightening of the lugs while it's still up in the air just because we're doing one tire at a time. After that, the first tire is going to be done, we're going to move on to the second one. Because we didn't break this loose on the ground, we had to use a piece of wood to wedge the tire to lock it in place to allow us to turn the lugs. Otherwise, it's going to be the same process, repeat for each tire and wheel. Once all 4 wheels are replaced, we're going to lift the trailer up off of the jack stands and slowly lower it back to the ground. Now we're going to do the final tightening of our lug nuts, ideally using a breaker bar. You're really going to want to crank these lug nuts down as hard as you can. If you have a spare tire in your trailer, don't forget to replace that as well. Alright, so now that our lugs are fully tightened, we're ready for our next move. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll make sure to make more videos just like this one. And remember, when you're rolling down the road, roll with RecPro.